Peace, prosperity, and abundance. Peace, prosperity, and abundance. Welcome to Earth Goddess TV. If you are new, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Taurian vibe. Grab a drink, grab a snack. And if you are already a part of the Earth Goddess gang, welcome, welcome. You know how we do it here. So today we're going to go ahead and pull it intuitive, but today is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to do an Aquarius series through house video today. We're going to talk about the South and the North Node. So I thought it would be a fun video to do. And plus, it's never, you can never get too much information on astrology. So I thought it would be a good idea to talk about the nodes. But right before we get into that, as you all know, I like to pull an intuitive message just to get things started off in case anyone needs to hear anything. Then we'll go ahead and jump right into it, family. So I was looking at I was following my planets this morning and just looking at just today's chart, and I see that we have our moon, and shout out to that moon in Taurus and Saturn and Uranus square. Pretty tough one. But my advice for this time, just ride the wave. Whatever uncomfortable changes or frustrations that may appear, just ride the wave. Do not react to it in a negative way. Just ride the wave, and so basically the impact won't be as bad. So all right, I'm gonna pull one here, and this is what we have. Am I clear on what my soul really wants? Take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Today's action, ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? How does your heart crave? Then take one step in that direction. Definitely, family. A lot of the times, we have dreams and aspirations, on things that we like to achieve. And sometimes, if we have too much going on, or we're not clear on what it is in particular that we don't want to do, we have interest in many things, but we're just not really clear on that one thing that we want to do. It can become confusing. We can get confused, and you never really are able to focus on that one thing that your soul is calling for. So there's nothing wrong with having many interests, but just make sure that you have a clear direction on whatever it is that you're looking to pursue, and that you're not clouded by distractions, aka other things that you may be interested in. So I'm not sure who needed to hear that message, but make sure, even if you have to sit with yourself and ask yourself this question, am I clear on what my soul really wants? And if you're not, sit with yourself, and the answers will come to you, and you can eliminate all those other options, aka distractions, that you thought were actually options, and that one option that's really for your soul would come to you. All right, so I hope whoever that was for, they received that message in its entirety. All right, without further ado, family, let's hop right into it. So when we talk about the South and the North nodes in astrology, we're all familiar. Well, if you're not familiar with the South and North nodes and what they look like, basically it's the symbol in astrology that looks like an earphone. And specifically, your South node is your earphone pointing up, and your North node is your earphone turning down. So basically, these are very important in your astrological chart because it represents basically your past and basically where you currently are. So let's dive deeper into this. So with your South node, to me, in my opinion, it represents basically your past, whether if you're a reincarnation of an ancestor, or whether you have looks or personality traits from previous loved ones from past generations. Basically, the South node represents basically your past life energies, and basically energies that are already natural and instinctive to your being. So whatever, say, house and sign that your South node is in, just know that that sign is basically your energy that you're familiar with, and the house that in it just shows you that basically which area in life you're familiar with using that particular energy. So let's hop into the North node. Now the North node in particular is my favorite one because it's more fitting to your walking life in this current 3D plane as of now. So basically the North node is the headphones turning downward, like I mentioned before, And basically this represents like your life lessons, things you're meant to learn and transcend within this lifetime. So basically the growth that you're needing to make. So also, if you pay attention to your chart, if you pull up your birth chart, you'll notice that your north or south node is in a sign. And basically that sign is basically just the opposite of the other. So if you say if you have a Leo in a north node, then your south node will be Aquarius, vice versa. If you have a Pisces north node, then your south node would be Virgo, vice versa. So just to kind of give you like a basic understanding of basically what these south nodes are, so when you see them in your chart, you will know exactly what these energies represent and how they are currently affecting you in your chart. So also what I like about these south node and north nodes is whatever, to me, whatever house is placed in, like say if your north node represents basically, say if it's placed in a certain house, that represents basically where you would need to do the work, what that area in life that you would need to do the work to transcend your soul within this lifetime. So whatever house that north node resides in, that's where you need to put in the work for this particular lifetime. So with the south node, say whatever sign and house that is, that represents basically natural abilities and talents that comes natural to you in that particular house. Now a lot of people, kind of give South Node a bad name, and I wouldn't say really give it a bad name, just kind of look down upon it a little, because it's like you say, well, we should completely do away with the energy, we don't need it. And I wouldn't entirely say that, because the energy was useful to you, that's why it is in your chart. What I can say is that you can use less of that energy uh, within this lifetime, because a lot of that energy you probably won't even need, and it's more calling for you to come and step more into your north node energy. So that was my quick video on north nodes and south nodes and astrology. Now again, if you're not familiar with where your north or south node may be, just make sure you can pull up a birth chart. What I didn't mention, and I meant to mention, there are a few websites that you can go on to pull up your birth chart, so you can kind of have a better understanding. A popular one is Cafe Astrology. I personally don't like that one. I really don't use it, but it is a website that you can use to pull up a birth chart. Also, we have Astro.com is another good site where you can actually pull up your chart. I believe Astro Theme is another one. But anyway, what I'll try to do, I'll go ahead and link those links down below, as well as my links. Now, also, if you have any interest in any handcrafted candles, make sure you run over to earthgoddess_candles on Instagram and DM me about the currently available scents that I have. And right now, I am doing currently astrology readings, whether they be career-based or a love astrology readings. So if you do also have any questions about that as well, you can email me at earthgoddesstv.com, and I'll actually send you the link so you can set up an appointment to have an astrological reading with me. And that will complete my segment on basically south nodes and north nodes in astrology, what they represent. And just make sure, once you look at where your south node is in the sign, just make sure don't get too hung up on maybe negative qualities that may come with it. Just make sure you're just there to look at it from an objective standpoint, so you can better understand these energies, so you can use these energies to the best of your abilities while you're in this lifetime, so you won't have as much resistance and you can basically live your best life. So basically that was it for this video. Make sure you sit through the next series, and I will see you all in the next video.